Imagine walking into a dark, abandoned warehouse in Paris, 2001. The air is thick with smoke. In the background, the aggressive, distorted sounds of industrial noise music tear through the speakers. Suddenly, models emerge from the shadows. Their faces are completely hidden by oversized hoods and balaclavas. In their hands, they carry burning torches cutting through the darkness. They aren't wearing luxury suits. They are wearing oversized, distressed hoodies, bomber jackets, and clothes that look like they were salvaged from a street riot. This was Riot, 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 a runway show by Raf Simons that didn't just change fashion, it destroyed it. Today, a single camouflage bomber jacket from this exact collection resells for over $50,000. Rappers, collectors, and design disciples hunt down these pieces like sacred relics. But how did a quiet industrial furniture designer from a small Belgian town completely hijack global youth culture and become the most influential figure in archive fashion history? Raf Simons didn't grow up around luxury. Born in a small Belgian town, his father was a military night watchman, and his mother was a house cleaner. There were no fashion boutiques, no runways, no elite social circles. His only escape from the boring reality was music, New Order, Joy Division, Kraftwerk, and Sonic Youth. Raf actually went to college to study industrial furniture design. Fashion wasn't even on his radar until his internship when he was taken to Paris Fashion Week in 1991. It was there that Raf witnessed a show that shattered his world completely, the legendary all-white backyard runway show by Martin Margiela. When Raf saw ordinary people walking through a chaotic playground while neighborhood children cheered, he literally began to cry. For the first time, he realized that fashion didn't have to be about the superficial elite. It could be pure emotion. It could be raw art. Raf wanted to design clothes immediately. Without any formal training in tailoring, he launched his own menswear brand in 1995, and his target wasn't the wealthy businessmen. It was the lonely, rebellious teenage boys he saw in the underground music clubs of Europe. In the mid-90s, high fashion for men was obsessed with the hypermasculine, muscular, clean-cut look. Raf Simons did the exact opposite. He went to the streets, found thin, pale, alternative teenagers, and put them on his runways. He brought the raw energy of subcultures, skaters, goths, techno-ravers, and punks straight into the luxury space. He didn't just design garments, he designed cultural collages. Take his autumn/winter 1998 collection titled Radioactivity. Inspired by the German electronic band Kraftwerk, the models walked out in identical bright red shirts and black ties, completely blurring the line between corporate uniformity and dystopian art. Raf proved that clothing could be a visual language for teenagers who felt misunderstood by the rest of the world. He gave the underground a uniform. If you ask any high-end fashion archivist about the most legendary period in menswear history, they will point you to Raf Simons between 2001 and 2005. This is where Raf created what collectors call the holy trinity of his archive. After the chaotic Riot collection, Raf dropped autumn/winter 2003, titled Closer. He obtained unprecedented access to the archive of legendary graphic designer Peter Saville. Raf took Saville's iconic album artwork for Joy Division's Unknown Pleasures and New Order's Power, Corruption, and Lies, and printed them directly onto heavy fishtail parkas and knitwear. These parkas are now considered historical masterpieces, routinely selling for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. During these years, Raf was writing the blueprint for what we now call modern streetwear. Long before modern brands put graphic hoodies and military bombers on luxury runways, Raf Simons had already perfected it. As the years went on, the fashion establishment realized they could no longer ignore his genius. The anti-fashion rebel was invited into the highest corporate towers of luxury. Raf took over as creative director at Jill Sander, bringing his obsession with shape and form to minimalist women's wear. Then he was appointed to the most prestigious throne in fashion, Christian Dior. It was the ultimate cultural clash, a punk archivist taking over a historic, ultra-traditional French couture house. The world watched in fascination as Raf brought his sharp, modern architectural sensibilities to Dior's classic feminine shapes. Later, he moved to New York to redesign Calvin Klein and eventually joined forces with Miuccia Prada as co-creative director of Prada. But working for giant luxury conglomerates came with a massive cost. The brutal fashion calendar, demanding up to 6 or 8 collections a year, left Raf feeling creatively drained. The independent rebel who used to cast kids off the street was now trapped in a never-ending corporate machine. In late 2022, after 27 legendary years of pushing boundaries, Raf Simons shocked the industry by shutting down his independent namesake brand forever. The era of pure, unfiltered Raf was over, but his ghost haunts every single corner of modern culture. Every time you see an oversized hoodie or a distressed bomber jacket, you are looking at his DNA. Raf Simons didn't just design clothes, he designed a cult, and cults never truly die.